Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to talk about the SEO revolution for 2026. So, if you didn't notice by now, last year was a big shift in SEO when it comes to search results and also the way people are searching for information nowadays because we have all these AI tools and also Google implemented AI mode last year, and all of it combined changed the way we search for information, and obviously it impacted the SEO. So in this short video, I made a presentation to talk about current state of SEO trends, tips, suggestions, and how you can make most of it if you're promoting your website, your business with search results, how to optimize your website towards AI, what is the trend. We're going to talk about many interesting things. Let's get started right away. So as I mentioned previously, we have a big revolution in the search industry that kind of disrupts the whole marketing industry, not just SEO, but in terms of marketing channels. SEO becomes a very interesting channel to look at specifically. And when it comes to global trends, as you can see, for every 4 Google searches, we have one search that was made within AI tools. And we can also see that ChatGPT is the leader. It has 70% market share and it increases very rapidly. By the end of this year, I think it will have much more of the market share. Towards we have tools like Perplexity and Gemini. And when it comes to Gemini, it's quite interesting case because AI mode uses Gemini. So here we're talking about Gemini separately from the search results. And the most important thing here is that AI is being used nowadays as a consultant and advisor. The user, when previously we had Google search as the main go-to place, people searched for specific questions they had to get answers, hopefully. Yeah, not landing in some bunch of spammy websites. We really wanted to find that information. But over the years, people misused SEO guidelines, and then it came to a point where you trying to find some kind of information or answer to your question, and you have to go and scroll a bunch of websites that don't have this information. Like you go through a 5,000 word article, and at the end of it, you still don't have any answer to your question. That was big issue. And AI provided a very nice solution to it by saying, hey, I will scan the websites for you and I'll find the relevant information. So the pattern, the behavioral pattern changed here. It's much different nowadays. It's much more advanced and complex than it was before. Instead of a simple question answer, we can use AI to create a full comparison table between products, services. So we're really taking the internet one step higher here, and it's gonna change completely the way we see things and we view things online. Now, when it comes to investing in AI search engine optimization, or you can call it generative engine optimization, AIO, whatever term you prefer nowadays, because they've been made up on a daily. But what I mean by that is optimizing towards AI search results, not just Google ones. And here you can see that most marketing managers, there was a survey in NP Digital, and they asked about 10,000 digital marketers. Are they planning to increase? They increase the budget, and most of them are increasing. So this becomes one of the main marketing channels in 2026. If we're looking at the global trends, you can see here that in paid advertising, we have rising costs because you have more businesses, you have the inflation, you have Google maybe secretly inflating some of the cost per click prices. The organic channels become more attractive. Also, organic channels deliver much higher return on investment, but you need to take into account that organic and paid advertising are working together, and paid advertising most of the time responsible for bringing the top of the funnel users, and then organic converts them when they're at the bottom of the funnel. So these channels are work together. I don't look at the channels separately because they really help each other out. So you should take this, let's say, this statement that SEO gives much higher return on investment with the grain of salt. And then you have here some efficiency gap, the AI shift. Of course, SEO has a long-term compounding effect. And in terms of budget allocation, organic channel now accounts for roughly 25% of marketing budget in big companies. Now let's talk about something that was always there, but last year Google rolled out a special update that elevated this requirement for many websites. EEAT evolution, or experience. I forgot the second one. Forgive me for that. Then we have authority and trust. Basically, these are the criteria that Google ranks websites, especially in finance and health industry, because it wants to make sure that the source of the information is very reliable to the user and it's not false information or speculative one. So there are few parameters, let's say, few criteria that it looks at the website and defines how trustworthy this source is. So first of all, we have experience, and you can see that while AI can generate facts, it cannot generate your experience. If you include your experience in your content, in your website, it gives a better score ranking factor for content quality. You can give your opinion, can even use anecdotes or personal verification, and any of these things are working well. Then we have authority. Niche authority beats broad appeal. So instead of trying, and this applies also to other organic channels as well, instead of trying to go broad, you should really focus on your niche. If you have a specific service, let's say you are a website that promotes accounting or legal firm services, you should focus on your core specialty and then produce content around it, and not try to hit different areas from outside your expertise, because that's something that we previously did. We tried to hit topics that are outside of the core business services, but they were still relevant to the target audience. Okay, so our audience have different interests, and we wanted to hit them all. Now we need to focus really on what we are offering. This is about authority. In terms of trust, there's plenty of deepfakes nowadays, and AI can generate spam articles and using unverified information, some hallucinations, and that is why trust is very, very important nowadays. Do not ever use AI advice or content that was generated by AI without reviewing it manually. Now, the biggest shift last year was in terms of impressions clicks ratio. And now we have a thing that is called zero click reality. What does it mean? It means that previously people were searching for a specific information. The websites were appearing in the search results. So the websites generated impressions, and then people choose the most relevant website and clicked on it. So the website got clicks. Nowadays, especially this year, there will be much less clicks because people will get answers to their question or all the information that we're looking for through AI answer. Today, you can go to AI mode, run a search comparing different travel agencies or car insurance companies, and you can get your answer without clicking on any of the links or websites. It will be all generated in AI mode. And afterwards, you would choose the business that you want to work with or purchase the product from. It doesn't hurt the business because the user will still go to that business and buy from it. But if we look at the metrics, specifically at clicks, you will see a drop on the website in terms of clicks. And you can see that 65% at this moment are zero-click searches. People will never click on anything. They will just search. And that's the majority. And this is very concerning. And I think the trend will continue and the number of clicks will continue to decrease this year. So you should switch the focus from traffic acquisition to brand impression. You need to look at the impressions. I know it is hard to track conversions this way, but this should be the main success metric this year. Now, following on what I said previously, the blue link is dead, and search generative experience, like AI mode, for example, handles 70% of informational queries directly on the results page. So the user no longer searches and click, they just ask and absorb the information. Now let's compare between the old approach, let's say around 2020s, and the modern one now in 2026. Previously, we had to rely on keyword density, use exact match, the link quantity mattered, like building backlinks with different websites. The longer content is better. There was also a recommendation like you should go with 2,000, 3,000 words in article at least. And we used meta and schema for optimizing more towards crawlers than the real users. What happens now is that intent, velocity, and context matters more in terms of brand mentions and sentiment. So if somebody mentions our brand in a different source, different website article, it matters more than just putting a secret backlink at the footer of the website. Most importantly, optimizing for these AI tools and the users. Also, the first, intent, velocity, and context. I think I need to elaborate on that. This means what the users did when they landed on your website in terms of how long did they stay on your website, how many pages did they scroll through, how many buttons did they click, how many forms did they fill. All this information is accessible to Google through Google Analytics or through just scrolling the website. There's plenty of data sources that Google can rely on. The main thing here is that the more interaction real users do with your website, the better. So you need to make your site interactive, like put some graphs, videos, not just plain text like we did before. It won't work nowadays. Now let's look at the ranking factors. So the first factor is user signals. That's what I said previously, what they are actually doing on your website. The more interactions they have, the better. Then we have the content quality, the method of EEAT. So we have the authority, trustworthiness. The content needs to be written by a real person with experience, sharing his own personal experience and thoughts, not AI generated. Then we have the website technical health. This is the 101 of SEO. And lastly, we have backlinks. So backlinks are not that important now. They're still important, but not important as they were previously. So to conclude, the SEO is no longer about tricking robots, if it's Google. It's about partnering with AI to deliver real human value. This is the main message I want you to take from all of this presentation. That's it for this video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions related to SEO. That's it. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.